Welcome to the podcast where we try snacks both new and old and ask, "You tried that?" You tried that.
Straight off the dome.
Old school.
Wow. Bringing back that episode 1 intro.
Yeah. I'm Nick Novak of that pal Shane Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hello.
Okay, boys, it's been a long time since we've been on the dating scene, many decades at this point, but people have what's called deal breakers, right? Where there's certain things they won't put up with, like smoking or something like that.
Smoking's the first one that comes to mind, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for millennials, like, remember that if they won't eat ass.
If they won't eat ass, that's the first one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now, another deal breaker for me, are they already married? Not into it, though.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm cool with that.
For Gen X, it's like, if they haven't posted a TikTok that day, then that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Did I say Gen X? I meant Gen Z, actually. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Whatever.
So, this article, they did a bunch of research surveys recently and found the 6 biggest deal-breaking reasons, that people put down. The number 6 spot is coming in as unmotivated. So, do you think would that be a deal breaker?
I guess if they're just like, yeah.
It depends on what we're talking about for motivation. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm motivated to watch more TV, that could be considered by some as unmotivated.
That's probably not what they mean.
But I don't care if somebody's super career driven or whatever. You know what I mean?
Chad hasn't gotten off the couch for 8 hours straight. Look at that drive.
I want them to be motivated to make me a sandwich. Does that count?
This guy's in a coma. No motivation whatsoever.
This guy hasn't made one goddamn TikTok today.
At the 5 spot is apathetic, which
isn't that kind of the same thing?
Yeah, kind of goes with unmotivated.
These are so far describing me to a T. Wondering why I didn't have a lot of luck.
4 does not describe you to a T.
Okay.
4, promiscuous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that when you were dating? Would that be borderline? Right? Because when we met our spouses, I would say you would not describe us as incredibly experienced.
No.
I wouldn't describe us as that. No.
I mean, I guess somebody it depends too. Well, I think I would need to know. I don't know what because I know what our numbers were when we were in our 20s, right? That's a different number. If someone's been single for 40 years, I would expect half. I would expect the number would be slightly higher. So I don't know what I would have to do some research with fellow single people to see what a body count at that point should be, because I guess I don't know anymore.
Yeah, if somebody's 40 and they're still single, they've been mingling.
Probably.
You could have a high number then.
At that
point, I think you stop asking how many people you've been with when you're 45, right?
Just get over here.
You're counting decades of people, right?
Yeah. I actually didn't even give a shit back then. If somebody's been with a lot of people, good. They can teach me what to do, because I don't fucking know. I'm 43 and I still kind of don't know. So someone come and teach me.
I'm unmotivated.
I want a woman with decades of banging under her belt. Decades.
Yeah.
Through the ages, just fucking it out. Yeah.
Number 3 is clingy. How about that?
I hate that. No, that's no good. That's still
good. That one's bad. That one's very bad, because, when it comes to cling, all I want it for is when I'm wrapping up leftovers, right? Not for women.
What?
Why is that? Did that need to be set up? That was...
It didn't. It didn't need to be said at all.
You said that like it was a Seinfeld joke or something. I'm what in the fuck is going on?
I'm sorry, guys.
No,
Number 2.
The attempt.
Number 2 is one word, and it is addicted. And I don't know what that means.
Addicted to
is if it is the same thing as clingy, or if it's straight up drug addict.
Yeah, I would think it's probably that, like addicted to drugs or gambling or
unless it's one of the cool drugs, like
that's true.
Shrooms or crack. Those are the cool ones.
Crackheads look the coolest.
Leftovers.
Look at that suave, debonair crackhead over there, chewing through his own arm.
Look, for me, deal breaker, all your teeth, because then you haven't done enough meth.
This guy's trying to kill a fucking ghost. He's motivated as shit. The last one, the number one deal breaker, I don't know why they even made this list, is gross.
If I'm physically revolted by somebody, I probably don't want to date them for very long.
Right.
I like gross people,
Honestly, would you rather date like a drug addict or a gross person? I probably would date a gross person over a drug addict.
Yeah.
And the way they phrase it, like, you should avoid these red flags. That's a red flag. It's pretty gross.
Hey, here's a tip. If they're nasty as fuck, don't go out with them.
Is there anything else that would stick out on your list, like, besides smoking?
Well, I mentioned all the teeth.
Mine is, my regular one is, I can't even with the watching, like, Kardashian-style reality show. Like, if someone's super into that, then that is... Look, it's like a personal deal breaker, but you're out.
So if you went out with a girl like 2 or 3 times, and she was good looking, you guys clicked, your chemistry was great, everything was
whatever the fuck you're gonna say, I'm gonna say yes. Whatever scenario you're setting up, because
she's the perfect woman,
I'm sticking to my guns.
Kim Kardashian.
That's not perfect. I think that displays a lot. Like, not if you just like Kim Kardashian.
Wrestling. That's like the male version of Kim Kardashian shit.
It's not just liking Kim Kardashian. It's like if you spend a lot, like, that's your main television viewing. Yeah. And like, I know people that watch that, they listen to the podcasts like about just that instead of this podcast. Look, I probably have, if that's the person, that I probably have 50 deal breakers like for them. That's totally fine. Whatever I like, that's a deal breaker. That's cool.
I think there's 2 deal breakers for me. One, I don't even care necessarily if you're conservative or Republican, but if you like Trump, I'm out. Like, I can't. And then 2, I think like someone, and this maybe is the same as clingy, but if you're super jealous, I can't stand like you talked to a girl, or who's that girl, or call me, or like I'm not home right away, where am I? I can't deal with that.
Is it just Trump specifically, or could it be like other, like, what if they like
Trump, like MAGA type guys? Yeah, that I'm super cool with. In fact, if you're not a big fan of Epstein, I don't know if we can hang out.
Look, deal breaker, not on the flight logs. Okay, that's a deal breaker for me. I wanted you on those flight logs.
Harvey Weinstein produced a lot of great movies. I'm sorry.
Look, all I'm saying is that Jared got railroaded. Okay.
I think there would be other, like, if somebody was maybe not just Trump, if somebody's like a huge DeSantis fan, that
I was
going to
say DeSantis or Marjorie Taylor Greene or something. Yeah, I get it.
Right.
I actually, like, if someone's even like a huge Biden fan, I'm like,
that's true.
Why, really? I don't like
anyone overtly political and wants to talk politics all the time. I'd probably be like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
I think another one for me, actually, that's a big one, is kind of more like traveling related stuff. Where it's like I have a certain like way that I like to travel, or like I don't necessarily do like some of the more touristy kinds of things or whatever, or like I don't. So some people, if they're like afraid to like oh, I only like I don't ever want to like leave the country or something like that, that would kind of be like a deal breaker for me. I want people that are like, yeah, let's go to fucking middle of Africa or whatever it is.
I think in general, like, high maintenance turns me off. Like, if you're like kind of rude to service workers, or you like have to like go out to the fanciest dinner every night, and like that kind of crap. Like, you can't just hang out in sweatpants and watch Kim Kardashian debate Joe Biden.
Okay, Geiger.
Yeah.
she's perfect in every way.
Yeah.
Exactly what you want, right?
But she loves DeSantis.
Every single thing is perfect, except her shrine to Jared Fogle.
Still looking good. Yeah, no, I mean, look, okay, but that's the only thing wrong is that she unabashedly
that's it. One thing
devoted to a known child predator. Yeah, I'd probably
they're just pen pals and they Zoom daily. That's all, you know.
She sends him Krispy Kremes in jail.
She's only done 35 conjugal visits this month, so you know it's okay.
How old is this girl I'm dating? Isn't that's not in his wheelhouse?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. He wouldn't want. He's not wanting an adult conjugal visit. Was the joke?
What if she's got a Subway sandwich though? She sneaks in a $5 footlong.
I don't really think he gives a fuck about Subway anymore. I gotta be honest. He's probably fucking trying to survive the shower. You know what I miss most about the outside world? A fucking footlong turkey.
I just need to get back to my commercial ad reads.
Can't wait to get out of here and get back to making Subway commercials.
he's like crossing off the days on his calendar, and in like 150 years, he's got circled like new commercial. He's like just counting down to that.
Strides out of the jail like gray hair and 400 pounds. Subway? Yeah, excuse me, Jared. We're not really interested anymore.
I'll lose the weight again. All right, let's put on some weight with these Oreos. Okay, we got 3 snacks, 5-point scale. Love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. We'll start with the cotton candy Oreo, which is
good call.
Sure to be shit. This is a big old cookie bag that you got us.
Yeah, I got a huge amount of cookies.
Yeah, this is pound of food a man love here.
I gave you each. I have the full package of Oreos, and I gave you guys each a third of the package.
Sleeve.
Full sleeve, that's right. Now this one is a golden Oreo cookie with weird pink and blue frosting.
Does the colors have different flavor?
I doubt it.
Oh, wow.
No, you had sent them. I didn't read what they were when I saw them before I'd seen them. And I did say these must be cotton candy, so the pink and blue is definitely a clue into the correct cotton candy colors. Do you like cotton candy in general?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes fine, but like I don't ever want to like eat it. It's nothing.
Messy
right?
as
It's
fuck.
just it's sticky. It tastes like nothing.
You do like it? No.
I like cotton candy. I mean, on the rare occasion, the once a year that we go somewhere at like a baseball game or something, then the kids get it, and I eat some of theirs. That's about it. But I don't like cotton candy flavored things.
I think the best thing, in my opinion, about cotton candy is that one video. Have you guys seen it? Where it's like raccoons always wash their food before eating it, and then they give a raccoon a bunch of cotton candy, and the raccoon like sticks it in the river to wash it, and just all completely dissolves, and the raccoon's like all confused, like looking around for the cotton candy.
What's that a commercial for?
It's not a commercial. It's like it was like a nature video or something.
Wasn't there some movie I remember cracking up? There was a line where someone's like, "Look at that gigantic piece of cotton candy!" Like some guy sitting in the stands.
What?
Yeah, it was definitely a movie. It was like Hot Rod or something like that.
Look at that gigantic...
Will you please move your gigantic piece of cotton candy? He was like yelling at him in the stands. Bad News Bears, maybe.
Move that gigantic cotton candy is a a YouTube search result that I'm now clicking on.
Okay. Bear me out, YouTube.
Oh, I think it's from Super Troopers.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. See?
Great. That was
Say car ramrod. Okay.
Gagger, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, if this, I'll give it this. If this was, we were going back on the old Oreo tournament scores, I do think they would get a point for flavor accuracy. I do think it tastes like cotton candy. Unfortunately, cotton candy is bullshit. So it's just pure sugar, and it's too much. Like the thing that makes cotton candy tolerable to me is that it does taste like super sugary, but it's a couple wisps and it's gone. right? It's like this. Oh boy, double stack.
Oh, double stack.
You're gonna have diabetes after that's done. It's just too, in the immortal words of Kevin Nash, it's just too sweet. And I think I don't know, it's just gross. I don't like the flavor. I'm also not a big golden Oreo guy either, so I'm going to give these a dislike that. And a borderline on a hate. I can't give it a hate because it's just a sugary cookie, and that's dumb. But it's just not, I don't want them anymore. They're not good.
Chad?
I don't know. There's plenty of Oreo flavors in the past that were just sugary cookies that
sure.
I feel like we would have had no problems giving hates to. I don't think this is one of them. It is gross. It is a deal breaker of an Oreo because it is too gross. Okay, so you say you don't like the golden Oreo cookie, and I agree that in general the golden Oreo is not as good, but I don't think the chocolate Oreo cookie would work here. I think that would be like a very strange flavor combination. It does get points for flavor accuracy. It's not outright disgusting to eat. Like, I think like red velvet or like cinnamon roll or some of those were just like they like burn your mouth. I just don't really love the flavor here. I kind of agree with Geiger's rating. I'm also giving him a dislike that.
Chad's right. This needs to be the golden. It would have been a mistake with the chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're both right. It tastes exactly like cotton candy.
But
it's a little better than I thought it would be. It's not
really?
Great. I'm not saying it's great, but it's better than a lot of other Oreos, like a lot of other of the like new flavors they come up with. I probably would give this 2 dunks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give this an indifferent to that. So I think I like it maybe a little more.
As I say, Novak, how many? So if you get sat back and just ate regular Oreos, right? How many could you eat in one sitting? How many do you normally eat at once?
Oh boy, how many could I eat, or how many do I?
Not could I? What, like in an average sitting? What would you eat of Oreos?
I would probably eat 6 or 7.
Could you eat 6 or 7 of these at once?
So I ate one, and then I picked one like without thinking, reached for another one, and ate a second. And I don't do that with stuff that like I actively dislike. So I felt like okay about it. I couldn't eat. Look, a regular Oreo is also much more than an indifferent. It's a very good cookie.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so I could probably eat 3 of these before I tap out.
Yeah. I will say the makeshift double stuff that I made was nasty. I only took 1 bite of that.
Yeah. And I think hate, if someone even said they hated them, I would begrudge them for that. Like, it's fair.
It's pretty gross. So. Yeah.
All right, let's go. We'll do the Oreos in between this Reese's. So let's do the Reese's next. The Reese's dipped animal crackers. So I've seen these quite a bit, but I have yet to eat them.
Do you guys like animal crackers?
There's a few animal cracker brands that I really like. So I'm actually a pretty big animal cracker fan. But I don't like the ones like I don't usually like the ones that have the sugar on the outside, like the white or pink frosting. And sometimes they come with
those are gross,
like sprinkles on them.
Yeah,
I don't like those very much.
Wasn't your wife a huge fan of them? No, Chad, didn't you guys have bags and bags of them?
We don't anymore, but yeah, when they were gonna when that company was gonna go out of business and stop making them, my wife was freaking out, and she's like, "We need to stock up." So she sent me to like a bunch of local stores, like grocery stores, Target, etc., to like buy as many bags as I could. We put them in our freezer, and then some other company bought them and continued making them. So I did all that for nothing.
So they're animal cracker size. They've got what looks like a very light color. That would be the peanut butter covering the top and sides. And then on the bottom is just a thin layer of chocolate.
You do kind of lose what sort of animal it's supposed to be.
Okay. Chad, you're going to be King Reese's. You're going to start us off. What's your declaration?
Yes. I proclaim that these are very crunchy. I proclaim that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like the texture here. They do have chocolate and peanut butter, which is a winning combination always. Guys, I think these are fantastic. I'm giving them a love dat.
Wow.
These are so good. They're like hitting just right.
So my favorite Reese's product is the Reese's Stick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that makes the Reese's Stick so great is the crunch, right? It has that little bit of crunch to it and has the Reese's peanut butter and chocolate to it. That's like the slight reason I prefer it to the cup. This has that crunch. Mm-hmm. It has those same Reese's flavors to it. I was thinking this before Chad said it. These are delicious. I'm giving them a second love debt.
Hell yeah!
And we're gonna put Nick Geiger on the spot here.
Man, Novak with the passion of a Joe Biden stump speech right there. What they reminded me of is one of my favorite Girl Scout cookies, which is the Tagalogs, right, with the peanut butter in there.
No.
Yes.
What do you mean no?
I don't. Those are so far down.
Remind weird. You of that.
No.
I think it's an insulting comparison.
No.
Because I barely like those, and I love these.
I'm just saying the cookie part with that peanut butter taste and the chocolate. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm just saying that's what it reminded me of.
No, it didn't.
And you don't get to tell me what it reminded me of.
No.
I think these are wonderful. I like the peanut butter flavor a lot. I like the crunch. I don't really give two shits about animal crackers, but this is a good way to make them palatable to me. These are good. I will, guys. I love these. This is
hell yeah!
A basket of animal puppies.
It has been a while.
Long
since
walk
we've
in the
had
darkness
a basket of
before we
puppies.
got
couple months, since early this year, I think.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
very nice,
impressive. I was not expecting that at all. I'll be honest, because
me neither.
Reese's, as good as a company as it is, often fucks up, and so they don't even like. The packaging doesn't even look that great. Like it's just
it doesn't. I mean, like I bought these like months ago, and then I was like, kind of like, I guess we should do them at some point. Like I was, I was never like, we need to try these, but like, I can't believe I waited this long.
All right, it's earned itself at least a tie. There is what looks like a better Oreo coming up after the break. So after the segment, Chad.
All right, just 1 second.
Get the music queued up.
Didn't have the music ready.
All right, we're doing a brand new segment tonight, and I have a little theme music that I definitely prepared ahead of time for this segment. Gotta get that. Okay, so as you guys know what today is, right? Today, the date that this comes out. You know exactly what date that is.
Into that.
National Law and Order Day.
It's, say it with me, September 24th.
Okay.
So on September 24th, 1789, the U.S. Federal Judiciary Act passed, which created the Supreme Court. Whatever you might think about the Supreme Court today, and I have a lot of thoughts on that. But I thought we could play a little Supreme Court here today, and in a new segment that I wanted to call you. I wanted to call You Tried Dat, but since that's the name of the podcast, I'm calling it You Tried Dat, which rolls right off the tongue. So I have looked up some of the weirdest court cases, and you guys will, as judge, jury, and executioner, will have to decide if this is a good court case or not. So you have two options here. The first option, go to trial. Okay, so if you think this is a legitimate case, it should go to trial. The other option, so go to trial.
Right.
The other option,
I didn't forget yet.
Whoa, poop pile. Whoa, poop pile. That's
poop
your other
pile?
option.
Whoa, poop pile?
What Law and Order episode featured that line?
So go to trial or whoa, poop pile. And so trial or pile, basically. If you think this is like a steaming pile of a case, does that make sense? You guys got it?
Yeah,
I guess as much as he's ever do.
All right, and all of these are sourced from one of my favorite websites, variouswebsites.com. Okay. So here we go. All right, number one. A man found a 7-inch serrated plastic knife baked into his Subway sandwich. We were talking about Subway earlier.
Oh, getting Jared out of jail.
Decided
help him saw those bars open.
And he decided to sue the company for damages. He filed a $1 million lawsuit. He also said that he contracted food poisoning from the sandwich, leading to severe stomach aches. So, Novak, we'll start with you.
That's the fucking least of my problems.
He ate the sandwich?
He found the knife, but still ate the sandwich anyways. Yeah. Novak, what do you?
Yeah, you can't. It's 7-inch knife. Is that what you said?
That's what said. Yeah.
So this wasn't a 6-inch sub. I take it.
This was a $5 foot long with a knife in it.
Okay, he had me at knife. Like if he'd have stopped at knife, then I would have been on his side. But he decided to. He got greedy. He went for food poisoning. You got a goddamn knife in your sandwich. You should be worried about the food poisoning part of it. So
he wanted $1 million and a sandwich, apparently.
Right. This guy fucked up. So he went. This is a whoa poo pile.
All right. Okay, what do you think?
Yep.
I mean, the argument could be made that if you go to Subway, you should know that you're going to get food poisoning. But I don't know. Maybe you disagree.
Yeah.
What do you think, Gaga?
When you go to Subway, you're going to be making a poo pile pretty soon. In the criminal justice system, there are only two outcomes of every law. It's either a yay trial or whoa poo pile.
There's a possibility that I spent more time thinking up that rating system than compiling these cases.
Look, I don't know. Even like, okay, you found a knife in your sandwich, just like give it back. Like, what are you suing about? Like, if I can see if he bit into
give
the
it
sandwich,
back.
give it back. What the fuck?
You might need this for the next customer. Spread some mayo on that sandwich.
I guess what's unclear to me, did he bite into the sandwich and like slice open his mouth or something? Or did he just see a knife in the sandwich? If you just see a knife in the sandwich, guess what? You're not traumatized. It's dumb. They shouldn't have done it, but nothing's like no harm, no foul. You just, there's a knife and you take it out and then you go back to Subway and then never return like you should have done in the first place. This is a poo pile. I don't really know why this is $1 million worth of trauma unless, again, caveat, he actually injured his body by eating this knife sandwich.
He bit in the knife and then he's like, "You want to know how I got these scars? Why so serious?" Okay.
My father was a Subway eater.
All right.
My father used to be a Subway spokesman.
All right, number 2. An Israeli woman sued the weatherman from an Israeli television channel because he didn't predict the weather correctly. He had reported good weather, but it rained. According to the plaintiff, as a result of the weather report, she didn't dress correctly and suffered the flu. She sued for $1,000 compensation for missing a week of work and the money she spent on medication. She won the case against the TV station and got her damages paid for.
Wow.
Guys,
I didn't know we could do this.
Holy
we
shit.
can do this.
That is precedent. Is she also like not able to look outside? Like, is that another part of this? Or she's blind or has like heavy curtains on her window or something?
Yeah, she might have heavy curtains. It doesn't say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. Does it say about her curtain situation?
Let's see where this is going.
Doesn't say if the curtains match the drapes. None of that. Or whatever. Curtains match the carpet.
I guess I don't. It's hard to say it's a poo pile because she won. Like, I guess ends justify the means. Like, how much did she get from the TV station?
$1,000 plus cost of medication. So $8 for a bottle of Robitussin or whatever.
Hey, worthwhile trial, I guess. Or what do you call it? Yeah. Good trial or trial me, daddy? I don't know.
Go to trial.
Okay, go to trial. I mean, I guess if that is look. From now on, the answer for any Israeli case is go to trial, apparently. Because if you can win for a guy not being Nostradamus, you can win for fucking anything. I didn't know there was going to be a car on this road. It broke both my legs in half.
Okay. Novak, you agree?
It's a trial.
So we know about her curtains, but what about her dirty pillows? How were they?
They were clean.
Anyway.
She'd done her laundry that day.
Look. I didn't know this was something we could do.
I'm excited.
I'm just finding this. I am today years old. When I found out I could sue the weatherman.
Hey, fucking Tom Skilling, you better fucking lawyer up. I'm coming for you.
I will take Tom Skilling for every goddamn dollar he is worth.
Okay, now
hey,
I'm
Al
Googling
Roker,
Tom
how much
Skilling.
you worth? Yeah,
Tom
he's a
Skilling.
local Illinois.
He's a local, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sue that fuck. He's bald as shit.
Yeah. He's a lot of good life already. He doesn't need any of his
Yeah.
wares anymore.
Give me that
That's what's there to live for.
Give me that.
Give me that sweet 1,000.
Clean 1,000 off of Tom Skilling.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 1,000 air off Tom, so I'm gonna.
Millions of people watching his vlog. Like, he's like nervously guessing. It could be cold or warm. I don't know. Like he's trying to cover his bases.
Wear layers just for anything.
He's like wearing tattered suit and like warming up by a newspaper bin. Could rain. I don't know. I just got evicted. Please stop. No one will represent me in court anymore.
They go back to the anchor. What do you got, Skilling? He's like wearing a gold watch.
His lawyer's got like pen poised. He's like,
so yeah, let's go to trial.
Okay. All right. Let's see what you think about this one. A man's dream was to swim beside a killer whale, and it went so wrong. He managed to...
You don't say.
Whoops.
This one gets a little dark. He managed to remain behind the SeaWorld, closed for the day, by hiding from the security guards. When all was quiet, he entered the tank of the orcas, but was killed by the whale.
No, fuck.
His parents sued SeaWorld for not publicly warning people that killer whales can kill people.
It's in the name.
They also accused SeaWorld of presenting killer whales as friendly creatures by selling stuffed whales in the gift shop.
How old was this kid?
It said
a man,
man's dream.
Oh, okay. Well, the parents that you're saying the parents. Well, he says a man's dream, so he's got to be of age.
In a man's dream. Okay, so I can't even think of like any kind of clever way to twist this in this man's favor.
But the stuffies, Novak, the stuffies.
I mean, SeaWorld, well known for the top of the line security. He snuck past them. And jump into the... I'm sure there's probably all of those tanks have signs on them about staying back, right? I assume they do. SeaWorld's got to be covered here. I just don't see any way this guy... I mean, he's dead, but I don't see any way this family comes out on top. So I'm going to say... whoa. I'm going to say, whoa, poo pile about this man getting eaten.
All right, Geiger, what do you think about this Free Willy wannabe?
I have a hard time seeing how this guy's body is going to float to the top. You can't get in the pool because you're only human. Just fucking...
You are all dead.
He's 2 tons of killing force. You're a fucking puny dork. Get the fuck out the pool. This is a poo pile. No, I think I'm with Novak. It says it in the name. We all know killer whales are killers. Praying mantises are very religious. It's in the name. So I don't like how
blue ass monkey's got a blue ass.
Yes, the famous Himalayan blue ass monkey. This is just what a colossal dumb fuck. Like, I'm sorry. I know he's dead. I'm sorry. But that's just, I don't know. Once in a while, you get what you pay for. So
what a colossal, stupid, fucking dumb fuck. R.I.P.
This guy was a stupid piece of shit. Really passionate about whales, though. He really was.
What a worthless piece of human shit. God rest his soul, though. I mean, prayers up for the family. Look, this guy was, I've heard of dicks out for Harambe, but this was fins out for Shamu.
He killed it? Did he feed it a Subway sandwich with a 7-inch knife in it?
Oh, you want a tuna, huh? No, this is a massive pile of poo. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
All right, next one. Sticking with the animal theme. A man was mauled during a big game hunting safari in Africa and decided to sue the ammunition manufacturer, or Federal Cartridge Company. The plaintiff was seriously injured when the bullet he fired at the charging lion failed to stop the animal after hitting it in its shoulder. The angry lion then attacked and mauled the hunter. A federal court dismissed the case. Geiger, what do you think?
I mean...
Guy, he goes on his dream trip to Africa to hunt and kill an animal that's minding its own business. That's a deal breaker for me, by the way.
Give this man justice, Geiger. He deserves justice.
Give this undoubtedly rich white douchebag some justice. They're the only fucking dudes that go hunting lions for sport is a rich, bored asshole.
Yeah.
Some fucking dentist from Kalamazoo or some bullshit. Yeah, look, I don't... This is like...
the worst job you can come up with?
Actual
legit job.
The dentist from Kalamazoo. They got yachts on yachts.
Fine. I don't know, fine. It's fucking Logan Paul. I don't know what the fuck you want to say. I'm suing the makers of Prime. I tried to feed him a gallon of energy juice and get jazzed with bro. And
Cutie Pie was hunting lions in Africa.
He tried to teach the lion Minecraft for a video. This reminds me, so we had an incident at work. I work at a software company. I won't go farther than that. But somebody set the system up wrong. One of our customers set the system up wrong, and it did something very bad, and they were mad at us. And my boss at the time got on the phone and was like, that's like killing someone when drunk driving and suing Toyota. And I'm like, could we maybe use a less violent imagery in a fucking call, please? But this is kind of that same situation of like, you are trying to shoot a killing machine and you're blaming the bullet. Like, yeah. I bet you if you fucking shot it in the head, hot shot, you would have killed the fucking lion. So, and then you could go back to your dental job, you piece of shit. Mm-hmm. So, I do not feel bad.
Or go back to boxing or whatever Logan Paul does now.
Yeah, or boxing or trolling or filming people in a forest. I think I don't feel, I don't say I don't feel bad for a guy for getting mauled by a lion, but I don't think he should be able to sue the ammunition company. He needs to either shoot better or start shooting sooner.
I don't feel bad for him. Novak, what do you say?
I will say I don't feel bad for him. Yeah.
Well, I don't want anyone to get hurt. But
I have no sympathy.
I want this guy to get hurt.
Yeah. No sympathy for dentists at all, really.
Yeah, exactly. Especially not from Kalamazoo.
Big game hunting, that's pretty... I mean, that's as low as it gets. So, yeah, this guy's whoa poo pile.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Whoa poo pile is what I meant.
Yeah, right. Of course, we all knew that. This logical and completely intuitive system. All right, so next one, sticking with a different kind of animal, the most dangerous animal, man. After a visit to the Haunted House of Horrors at Universal Studios in Florida, a woman sued them for psychological trauma. She claimed she was chased with a chainsaw, albeit defanged, by one of the actors dressed like a werewolf, and then she fell. She sued not only the actor, but everyone that was involved at the venue. She had no injuries from her fall, and subsequently the court dismissed her injury claim. Psychological trauma, the court ruled, can be expected when visiting the Haunted House of Horrors. Novak, do you agree here?
Okay. Haunted house, right? They probably have to have a lot of insurance because like you bring an old person in, they have a heart attack, you like chase after someone. Like the chasing part, I've gone to many a haunted house and like they jump out, but I've never actually had one like I'm sprinting away and they're coming.
Did you ever
me,
like
right?
try running? Like maybe they would if you ran.
Yeah, maybe I didn't. Maybe if I didn't run, and I didn't just like step to them and be like, I'm not scared, you fuck.
Maybe what you need to do first is like shoot the werewolf in the shoulder. So that like really pisses it off.
The real werewolf.
Wait, it was a real werewolf? Then I think that's an issue.
But with a defanged chainsaw.
Trying to think of a way I could get a trial going. I think I'm caught up on the fact that she wasn't hurt. Like, look, if you chase someone, I'm going off the term chase, and they run, like, that seems maybe a bit out of bounds.
Yeah.
Then if she'd have gotten hurt, I would have lawyered right up with her. But because she like claims she could even like fucking fake something.
I know, just like limp for a couple days or something, you know? How hard?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go poop pile.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
He chased her down. She fell down a flight of stairs, is what you said, right?
Just that she fell.
Oh, okay.
she fell off the skyscraper, landed on her feet.
Geiger's the lawyer, perfect lawyer.
Yeah. So you said
you
broke your neck?
Was 14 flights is what it was. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. That this haunted house was on the top of one of the pyramids of Egypt. She was tumbled down the side.
Now you said the chainsaw was defanged. How about the werewolf? Yeah, look, I'm with Novak. If she had gotten hurt, by all means, she should sue the shit out of this fucking haunted house. But I know you go into those things. They warn you, like, there's going to be flashing lights. There's going to be loud noises. There's going to be werewolves with chainsaws. Like, they have to tell you all the secrets up front. Yeah. They're going to jump out at you. They're going to chase you 3 blocks across the city, down a flight. Carl Lewis the vampire is going to murder you. You can't escape. He's on you in a heartbeat. Just don't even try to run. Logan Paul will film the whole thing.
Pick someone who was fucking fast in the last 20 years.
Carl Lewis is fast.
Let's see how old. Carl Lewis is 62.
Just say Usain Bolt the Mummy. How hard is that?
Do you think you could outrun Carl Lewis right now? He could build.
Probably not. Yeah. 62, I would assume, but maybe. Yeah. Like,
well, give the guy a werewolf mask and a chainsaw. You got yourself a haunted house.
Yeah, sure as shit. I'm sending Carl Lewis to the street with Tom Skilling, though. If you chase me that far.
I will say, unfortunate poop pile, just because I don't think you have a right to claim psychological damage from being scared at something that you intentionally went to for the purposes of being scared.
All right, we'll see what you think of this next one here. A couple more. When a client took his pants to a Washington, D.C. dry cleaner, he never imagined he would never see them again.
Trial!
They stole his fucking pants!
He sued them for $54 million.
Wow.
How were they made of gold pants or something?
When they lost his pants because the company did not meet their, quote, satisfaction guaranteed promise displayed in their store. He also claimed the lost pants caused him mental suffering. Geiger?
Wow.
Well,
is this like the bottom of the werewolf suit?
Now Carl Lewis is just wearing Adidas shorts. Look, I think this maybe is something like, you remember when the guy sued Pepsi because he saved up the Pepsi points, and in the fine print he said he could buy a Harrier Jetcraft or whatever it was, right? Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do remember this.
So it's like a technicality in a contract, right? Where you say, like, look, you can theoretically buy it. You didn't say it wasn't real. Gotcha. Maybe in their promise, they said, if we ever lose your pants, you can sue us for $54 million.
You think they just said that?
Yeah, in the satisfaction guarantee listed in their store window, like he said. So is this a big box dry cleaner? Is this like, Tide or Martinex or something, or is this mom and pop?
I'm gonna guess it's probably mom and pop, but I mean, who knows?
Fuck it, trial. I mean, like they lost. Like, it's his property. Let's say he's owed something.
What about Pop?
He's owed
what
something.
About Mom?
Well, they can go huddle up next to Skilling. But like you stole my property or lost it. Either way, you owe me something. Now, $54 million maybe sounds a bit egregious.
No, you think?
But you were owed at least like $54 for the pants.
Okay. Could this guy have been Jared and these were his fat pants and he's like, without these pants, I can't be in my commercials again. Novak, what do you think?
We don't know what kind of pants they wear, right? They could have been
$54 million pants.
Could have been khakis, could have been shorts, could have been, 3/4
interwoven with the threads of the Mona Lisa.
Maybe he left his $54 million in the pocket.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Could be it.
Hammer pants. Yep. MC Hammer. Desperately trying to pay his bills.
Please, Hammer, don't sue him.
Look, just because we go to trial asking for $54 million,
exactly,
that's negotiation tactic, right? And then you say, okay, fine, 27. Let's just meet in the middle.
$54 million, Your Honor. No, $53 million. Hurry this up, counselor. $24 million.
So they did guarantee satisfaction.
Yeah,
I was not satisfied. So let's go to trial and see what we can get.
All right.
Fuck you, Mom and Pop. You'll handle those pants better next time.
You guys came down on the wrong side of history with that one, but that's okay. All right. 2 left. Let's see what you think of this. Using the Flushmate 3 toilet proved explosive for many of its users, and the reason had nothing to do with what they had eaten. A manufacturing error was the cause of these explosions, and many people were injured. Legal teammates managed to get $5 million for the injured party. Now, I looked this up. This Flushmate 3, it's like a thing. It's one of those things that goes into like the back, the top tank of your toilet. That's like a different flushing mechanism or whatever. And I guess like some of them were exploding. It like works on air pressure, and some of them were exploding. People got like, so you're in there taking a shit, back of your toilet just explodes on you. Novak, what do you think? Sound like a good time.
There was some hyperbole in that $54 million pants lawsuit. We may have gone overboard with that. Probably don't deserve that for losing your pants. But if your shitter explodes while you're sitting on it, you deserve compensation. Okay, that's a very clear fault of the manufacturer.
You don't think the toilets just get payback for all those beans you ate that day or something?
There's a lot of things I expect to happen when I sit down to shit.
I usually create the explosion.
The last of them is to be blasted 70 feet through the air by my exploding toilet. So I'm going to say trial.
Okay. Gagger, what do you think?
Larry died as he lived. Blowing up the toilet.
Yeah, you are the most toiletous exploding among us.
Yeah.
So curious.
Toiletous exploding, is that Latin for diarrhea? Toiletous explodus.
You've had some toilets explode between your legs, and you didn't get any money.
Oh no, I probably could be sued by toilet manufacturers for ruining their product.
Your shits mean you need to actually hire like a flush mate, like someone that can flush for you because your shit's just
a flush mate. Jerry, come over here, flush for me. Are you? How much did he get for this? Or I'm assuming.
It was like a class action. It was $5 million.
And they got $5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's legit. Is it scalding hot shit water too? That's
scalding. Have you ever looked at the top of your toilet? It's not scalding hot.
It is after I'm fucking shitting it. I'm like, heat that shit up. You can make fucking ramen in there when I'm done.
Wait. Okay, when you shit in a toilet,
yeah.
All right, let's log a couple minutes into the gross deal breaker category here. When you shit in a toilet,
I did more logs in there just now.
Your shit is not affecting the upper toilet tank unless you're taking upper deckers. Okay, so
I run out of room in the bottom, so I just switch to the top.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, this is, look, I think every, not to be like, daytime TV lawyer guy like Habish and Dave or something, but like, you might be entitled to compensation if you sat down for a nice leisurely dump and wound up with porcelain sticking out of your spine. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's cool. Not cool, dude.
Has this ever happened to you? Like it's black and white, and the guy goes flying.
Like fucking shit water flying everywhere. Fucking shards sticking out of his eyeball. Yeah, I think $5 million.
He just rockets so fast like a cartoon, and there's just a smoke cloud with his newspaper still floating there.
This is really like the first legit one.
Yeah.
People deserved money here.
Plus, your pants are probably ruined too. You could sue him again.
Yeah, there you go.
The dry cleaner can't get these stains out.
I will, Your Honor, I will direct you to Pants v. Henson. I guess he's not suing his own pants. That makes sense. The state of Illinois versus pants.
Okay.
Pants versus the Commonwealth.
All right, last one here. Wherever Alan Heckard went, he was mistaken for the famous basketball star Michael Jordan. The confusion caused him
a rough
emotional
fucking life.
Listen.
Okay.
The confusion caused him emotional issues, and he filed a personal injury claim against Michael Jordan and Nike. Unfortunately, there was actually no resemblance in the sports star, and the claim was dropped.
He didn't even look like him.
You guys got to Google this guy. His name is Alan Heckard, Allen Heckard, Heckard. He looks nothing like Jordan.
Is he gonna be white?
No. He is at least black and bald, but he
does
is like
not look like him.
way older. Very different facial features.
He looks nothing like him.
Fucking nothing like Jordan at all.
What in the fuck? Oh boy.
So Geiger, you're up first for this one. What do you think of Mr. Heckard?
Well, look, let's presume Alan Heckard looked like Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Sue your parents. Jordan can't fucking help what your genetics are.
Sue your parents.
They made you, not Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, if you looked like Jordan, you could get free dinners. You could get ladies. You could get fake endorsements. You could.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, and then at that point, I guess Jordan would sue you. But like it's not some burden on your life unless I guess maybe you're getting like you can't walk through the mall without having like people try to get you to sign autographs or something. But going into this, I'm like, maybe this would be a hardship. And then you said, look up Alan Heckard. He just looks like create a character black guy in any video game. He does not look like fucking Michael Jordan. Maybe let's cut that part out. He looks like nothing like Michael Jordan. He's got a mustache. That's about, and he's African American. That's about it. So I fucking sue Michael Jordan. That's not probably all that fair. So it's like wish.com Michael Jordan maybe. But I don't think that's a fair.
What happens when someone comes up to you and thinks you're Jordan and you tell them no? What do they get pissed at you?
Fuck you.
Knock it off, Michael. Let's see some of those moves. Come on, dunk this basketball.
Sign this goddamn basketball, you asshole.
Tries to dunk and breaks his ankle or something.
He got greedy with Jordan, right?
Yeah.
You should have. He looks more like Louis Gossett Jr. Like you should have like.
No, Not quite as lucrative of a gig, huh?
Right. Just pick someone that you are a little closer to.
Fucking Louis Gossett Jr. ruined my life in whatever movie he's in.
Look up Louis Gossett Jr. and tell me I'm not wrong.
No, you're absolutely right. He has a closer resemblance to that than Jordan.
So, yeah, it's a nice try.
Louis Gossett Jr.
But Louis Gossett Jr. doesn't have that sweet Nike sponsorship, so, you can't.
No, you can't say that, like, people are badgering you because you're Louis Gossett Jr., which I guess is a bigger issue.
Remember when Louis Gossett Jr. played Jordan in Air? He looks so much like him. 81-year-old Louis Gossett Jr. stumbles out there and dunks on someone.
Yeah, usually when you look like a celebrity, you find a way to make that your benefit, right?
Yes.
You play an impersonator or something like that. So, yeah, this is a poo pile for this last one.
All right, great.
All right, let's eat this last Oreo. This is a Blackout Oreo? Is that what it's called?
Blackout Cake Oreo.
What's a Blackout? Have you heard of Blackout Cake? I don't know what that...
No.
Oh.
Honestly, if you look at the package, or just look directly at the Oreo, I guess, it just, the package has just like a generic slice of chocolate cake with like a 3-layer chocolate cake with chocolate frosting in between the layers. And the Oreo itself looks like it has 2 different colors of chocolate frosting in it, like stacked.
Okay,
vertically.
Blackout Cake is a real thing. Here it says, Blackout Cake has layers of soft chocolate cake, silky chocolate pudding filling, surrounded by chocolate fudge frosting, topped with chocolate crumbs.
That sounds delicious.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Now, if the cookies are a little soft, it's because I think I bought these like maybe 5-6 months ago. They've been sitting in my drawer for a while.
I'm suing you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but first you got to take off your pants so I can lose them. Then you can sue me while I stare at your crotch.
So, it tastes like a chocolate Oreo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the cream kind of, does it taste... It's definitely fudgier, I guess, but...
Yeah.
Am I dumb for saying I thought it would be more chocolatey tasting, like the cream?
Yeah.
Okay. At least you're honest.
Yeah, you're a fucking dipshit for saying that.
They're not bad, right? It's literally just a chocolate cookie. It's pretty basic. It's not as good as an Oreo. I'm trying to remember. Chad, you eat some chocolate Oreos on occasion. Don't you like the dark chocolate Oreo?
The dark chocolate Oreo is my favorite Oreo. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll probably have a better insight as to how this compares.
Uh-huh.
To me, if you told me this was chocolate, if it just said chocolate on the front, I wouldn't debate you, right? There's nothing to me that tastes particularly different that I can pick out other than just chocolate flavor. I'm really torn between indifferent and like. It's chocolate cookie. I guess it's hard to say that it doesn't taste decent, but I'm going to give it a low level like that. Geiger?
Yeah, I hadn't had dark chocolate Oreos probably since the tournament, and we just got some in the house like a week or 2 ago, and I was reminded how much I liked them. I had a couple for lunch today. I mean, in addition to my lunch.
Hey, no judgment here. My Oreo or my lunch has on occasion been just a bunch of Oreos.
I ate 2 slices of Oreos and then blew up my toilet. Blow my back out.
I like to call that lunch the old Flushmaster 3. Or Flushmate 3.
I think the frosting is I like dark chocolate Oreos better. I think the frosting here is a bit too sugary. I know that sounds dumb. You're eating an Oreo, but it's more sweet and less chocolatey than I was expecting. And I do think probably how long ago you bought these, Chad, isn't helping because the cookies are a little chewier for me. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, it's still a chocolate Oreo. I can't, like Novak said. I think that's logical that you can't knock it out too far. So I'll give it a like that.
Okay, we're on the verge of a welcome visitor. Chad, what do you think?
So like I said, dark chocolate is my favorite Oreo flavor. Well, unless you count fudge covered, then maybe fudge covered dark chocolate. But regardless, I love that dark chocolate Oreo. There is also a regular chocolate Oreo that is different from the dark chocolate Oreo. It has a lighter brown frosting, same color as this one. And that one is not nearly as good. That's what this is. They've taken the regular chocolate Oreo. They've added a little bit more frosting, like that second layer of the darker brown frosting there, which maybe that's the dark chocolate frosting, maybe not. I can't tell because the flavor of that chocolate frosting is so powerful and so overwhelming that it just completely dominates. Like you can barely even taste the chocolate cookie. And that was always my problem with the regular chocolate Oreo too, was that chocolate frosting is too much.
Yep.
And to me, this is barely indistinguishable from a regular chocolate Oreo, except like a thicker layer of cream. Of course, I did a makeshift double stuff. It was good. So I'm in the same boat with you guys though here. It's a chocolate cookie. The Oreo cookie is good. The frosting is too much, but it is still fairly tasty. Low level like that.
All right, welcome visitor. Nice score. Might have had a chance on another day, but went up against these Reese's dipped animal crackers, which were a basket of puppies. Just absolutely delicious. Geiger, where can listeners contact us?
If you want to contact us, you should do it. We won't sue you, I promise. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it.
Just do it, Louis Scotts Jr.
Just do it, Louis. Just Louis. If you
just Louis.
Just
Louis is suing Nike because his phrase is just Louis, and they stole it.
He's suing Nike because his eyebrows are the shape of upside down swooshes. Like, they stole it from me. Me, Louis Gossett Jr., the original Mike. When I would whip up a batch of my famous Space Jam in the kitchen. They stole that from me, too. You're not going to reach out to us. Why do I even bother? No, if you'd like to ask a question that we could ask on the podcast, if you'd like to tell us what you thought of the snacks we tried, if you would like to suggest a snack, if you're Louis Gossett Jr.,
I remember Louis Gossett Jr. used to go fishing, but like without a fishing rod. And I'd be like, how are you going to catch fish? And he'd say, nothing but net. And he'd point to his fishing nets.
Louis Gossett Jr. is the originator of every basketball term ever made. Yeah, I remember when I walked across the street and I said, look at my crossover. I'm suing you, David Stern. You can do so at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We have an X, hashtag You Tried Dat. We have a... I hate fucking saying that. We have a...
We gotta delete that.
What's the Facebook? You Try That group. Let us know what you think of the podcast. Leave us a review if you can on your podcasting platform. Thanks as always, for all of you who do listen. And if you do enjoy it and think you know anyone who would, we'd appreciate it if you passed along the word.
Do you know Louis was robbing a bank?
Yeah. What did he do?
And security, he was robbing a bank. Security guard tried to stop him. He shot him in the shoulder, but then he sued because that was the original bank shot.
So dumb. So dumb.
Have you ever used a dry cleaner in your life? Have you ever taken I've never taken an item of clothing.
Really?
What about a suit or something?
Maybe I'd taken a suit. Yeah, I guess maybe I'd taken a suit, or maybe just my wife has taken the suit. The dry cleaner.
So you like washing your suits like 1840 style in like a big tub with like a metal grate or something. Like, what do you?
I'm at the point where I wear a suit like once a year. Like somebody happens to get married.
That's more than I wear a suit, and I wear a suit once every 6 years, but I still have taken one to the dry cleaner before.
Have you guys had this scenario of getting into, this is my last time I got in a suit, getting into suit and realizing suit will not button because you've put on too many pounds?
Yes. We have had, unfortunately, a couple deaths in my family and friends in the past year. And the first time it happened, I'm like, oh, I either need to get a suit or lose weight. Second time it happened, I said, oh, I either need to get a new suit or lose weight. And then the third time, I was like, oh, I need to get a new suit or lose weight, because I didn't do any of those things. And it's embarrassing. Like,
I think it's pronounced Lewis weight.
Did you get
there was one suit that, like, the button, I can button the middle button, but it is like, the thread is like extended as far as it's doing fucking Yale. It looks like Chris Evans when he's trying to hold the helicopter on the building from Avengers. Like, just trying to hold me. It's like, God damn it, lose some fucking weight. Lose some weight.
I had one suit for a very long time, which is like the suit that I got for my wedding. And then maybe like 5-6 years later, I hadn't worn the suit probably since then. I had to go to another wedding. So I busted out the suit the day before to try it on, and that exact thing happened where like I like couldn't fit, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna have to deal with it because, like, you know, whatever. So then we drive to the wedding. We're driving from San Francisco all the way to Santa Cruz, which is like a 2-hour drive, and we're maybe just a little over halfway there, and then my wife says to me, "Hey, you remembered the suit, right?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, I had left it hanging in the house, like like on the banister or something. Like, oh, I'll remember it here," and then just like left it there. And we didn't have time. Like, we were driving to the wedding. Like, we didn't have time to go all the way back. You know, we would have missed the whole wedding. But there was like a Sears, like right, like the last Sears before or Santa Cruz, or it was Macy's. It was like the last Macy's before Santa Cruz. And so we quickly got off the exit, and I like ran through the Macy's, you know, like trying to put together a suit as quickly as possible. Just grabbing random stuff that fit. And then like we drove there, and then and like I wasn't dressed, and like the wedding was started, and like ran into the bathroom and like put the clothes on.
Toilet exploded.
The toilet took one look at me and was like, "I regret nothing," and like exploded, so that it wouldn't have to deal with me later.
I remember I was staying with my wife, like just before we were married. I was living in her apartment until I found my own place, and we had to go to a wedding that weekend. And I had like I had a bunch of my clothes like in a suitcase. So I said, I had to go work, and she's like, "Oh, I'll pack you up." I said, "All right." I'll leave out the clothes I want. So if you guys happened upon 2 piles of clothes and you were going on a trip, and one pile was in a suitcase and the other pile was outside of a suitcase, which pile do you think I would want to bring on the trip? Would it be the stuff in the suitcase? Yeah. Would it be the suits and dress shirts and ties that she then took out of the suitcase and replaced with 2 polo shirts and some khaki cargo pants? So I'm like, I can't wear this shit. And so like I'm like careening around. It's like the last minute. I ran into a Kohl's, and like you said, like hastily constructed what could best be described as a Dumb and Dumber style suit. It was like a velour suit jacket and like mismatched pants. I'm like, you fucking asshole. I didn't yell that at my wife, but I was not happy.
The suit ended up looking good, except you had to wear your air gaskets, so you.
Yeah. I kept walking around wearing the air gaskets, and they said, "Are you Alan Eckerd?" I was like, "No, I'm not." And I get that all the time, though.
All right. Okay, let's end it. We'll be back next time. We're trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Lucis.